This is Spider-Man 3 by the 8th wonder of the world, Todd McFarlane. It is part 3 of Torrent, and I thought to myself, I cannot review this because it has been so long since I did part 2 that I have forgotten the plot. And then I remembered that it's okay because there isn't much plot to begin with. Listen, the thing is, I didn't think Todd McFarlane is that bad a writer or an ideas person. He just definitely needs someone else to help him out. Like without Fabio Nicieza, Robert Liefeldman's Excellent Force would be unreadable. Todd McFarlane, he needed someone like that. A lot less than Robert Liefeldman does, but just someone to help him with structure and pacing and what he's really trying to accomplish. For example, how embarrassing is this? They have put Spider-Man's name upside down. I sure hope someone got fired for that blunder. I like a lot of what Todd McFarlane tries to do. The problem is, he just doesn't succeed at it. This isn't a very good story, but there's very obviously potential for a good story in it. But Todd McFarlane just wasn't capable as a writer to bring it to realisation. The art is very good though. The bits where it's just like Spider-Man fighting Lizard Man, that is very fun. And a lot of this 5-issue story is just these fights. Lizard Man, he has been going on a killing rampage and Spider-Man is out to stop him. There's also some voodoo drums banging away in the background, and it's them voodoo rhythms that have driven Lizard Man mad. He has gone all feral and shit. Calypso is involved. She is the voodoo mamba or whatever, and she's out for revenge against Spider-Man for his part in Unterman's suicide. Spider-Man, he has been poisoned with a drug, and I tell you what, I supremely regret calling Captain Atom after Adaman and not just calling him Captain Planet. This story though, I think I have boiled down what it was conceived as. It was meant to be Todd McFarlane doing like Spider-Man's Last Hunt by way of Hank Miller. It's got like the atmosphere and the world of Hank Miller, and it's got a few stray hairs from Spider-Man's Last Hunt, but what it doesn't have, which makes it fall short, is all the complexity of Spider-Man's Last Hunt. The plot here is nowhere even near Spider-Man's Last Hunt. There's barely a plot. It's a bunch of fight scenes connected with some broad idea that doesn't really matter. If this was a true successor to Spider-Man's Last Hunt, we would be having like a deep look at Lizard Man and his animalistic rage and his urges, or Calypso, we'd be looking at her sense of loss, but neither of them things are explored or really even utilised. Todd McFarlane, he is merely concerned with drawing cool Spider-Man fight sequences, and he succeeds at that, but again, it's the case that a co-writer or a scripter, they could have helped make this story more than just a bloated battle. Little cutaway to Spider-Man's supermodel wife, Mary James. It doesn't add anything. And Spider-Man, he is viciously beaten by Lizard Man. And then we have got another Mary James cutaway that really does just repeat the previous one. She was having a night out and she hopes to herself that when she gets home, her husband is there waiting for her. But Spider-Man is defeated in an alleyway, and Spider-Man, he is still under the influence of mind-altering substances, aka drugs, so he has a flashback to a retelling of his origins, since Issue 3 of a series is the opportune time to fill in new readers to a character's backstory. It's nicely done, I guess, and Calypso, she's doing some more voodoo dances. That is a compelling antagonist, isn't it? So Spider-Man, he is drugged, and it goes out of its way to remind you that he is drugged. He is definitely drugged. He is drugged. He's got drugs running through his system. And a big surprise ending is he is confronted by Unterman, who has got to be real. There's no possibility at all that he is a hallucination being brought on by chemicals. We got the letters here. They're all pretty down on Todd McFarlane as a writer. So all the stupid fanboys who try to dox us for saying that all Todders isn't perfect, why didn't we not go and bother Alex DeMel or Jessica McGivney? It's not really worth thinking too hard about how to communicate my feelings towards this story. It's not much of a story, and it's bordering on the territory of decompression where nothing happens in a full issue. The art is good, and I think Todd McFarlane, he set up a good mood and tone, but other than the fighting, there's nothing really here. There's nothing going on. I rate this one a 7 thumbs up.